Welcome back, people, to Hatoful Boyfriend Holiday Star, the final chapter apparently before I do some short episodes, and then there's loads of radio shows or something that we could do if we like. Anyway, let's find a way off this fucking star, whatever the shit is. Egg. Let's hope so, yeah. And there are two suspicious stars up at the top. The false lighthouse. That must be the lights we saw from the plaza. And from what you said, we need to break it? Alright. Now then, we'll need to head up both sides. This looks like a good time to split up, don't you think? Happens all the time in longer dungeons and RPGs. I'm ready to roll. Protecting the ladies is always my first priority. I'd like to go with you, mon ami, but I'll go alone. You'll be safer if you've got the map with you after all. Take care of her, alright? Right. Well, the king very kindly trapped us all in a gigantic evil doom egg. Will we escape from the dream with our lives? Of course we will. After all, this place is crazy. What kind of place doesn't have morning radio aerobics? And so we split up, Nageki and me going through one door, Yoya through the other. We'll wake everyone from this dream and smash this rotten egg from the inside. Yoya's already off and getting stuff done. We better move along too. Right. Yoya does seem pretty professional sometimes. He even had a real gun during that time at Christmas. Maybe he really is with the FBI or something. I'm opening the door. Are you ready? Bring it on. Oh, it's so bright. The Lying Picture Book. Once there was an Oko-san. There was something the Oko-san wanted to find no matter what. So he ran to the ends of the earth. The Oko-san was very fast. He could run anywhere. He ran everywhere. At the end of the earth, there was a giant hole in the ground. The Oko-san fell into the hole. No one remembers the Oko-san now. Poor Oko-san. Poor Oko-san. Coo! Oko-san is the pudding god. Oko-san is the god of Mount Pudding. Oko-san! Hostage confirmed. Moving to secure. Oko-san, let's get out of here, okay? Coo! Oko-san used wing attack. It's super effective. Oh, Oko-san, that hurts. Calm down and listen to me. Coo! Oko-san is not Oko-san. Oko-san is the god of Mount Pudding. You're not being a particularly benevolent god either way. You're Oko-san, yeah. A god has to listen to the voices of the downtrodden common people. Coo, really? Yes. Coo, ugh. In that case, Oko-san will listen for 3 centimeters. Oko-san, this pudding isn't real. You have to kiss it goodbye and come back to reality. Coo, silence! So 3 centimeters is about 10 seconds. Looks like it. Oko-san, calm down. This crummy thing isn't the pudding you've been searching for all these years. Coo, pudding is pudding! What does local know about pudding? I know anything about pudding. Think about it, Oko-san. Is the pudding you seek something I could understand? Of course not. It's something beyond and above, something completely outside my comprehension. Ding. Whenever you talk about pudding, it's like it's the meaning of the universe, or final secret of the earth, or some sort of cult deity. No matter how hard you've tried to explain it, I just don't get it. I still don't know what the pudding you're looking for is. But I do understand that it's not something you can find just like that. Coo, of course not. The pudding is an amazing treasure. Doesn't this strike you as odd then? How could you have found that amazing treasure without doing anything? Coo? What have you been training for all these years? Haven't you been training so you can find the pudding which sleeps forgotten at the end of the earth? You couldn't possibly find a treasure like that this easily. It's a trap, Oko-san. A fake. You have to remember, Oko-san. Remember the pudding you seek. Coo! Coo? Coo! And before we knew it, we're standing in a room just like the one where we started. Was everything we saw in here before just an illusion created by the king? Probably, yes. He was hoping to hold us back. Coo! Oka-san has remembered. Coo! True pudding is the universe itself. But it cannot be found in this universe. It is infinite. I don't think I follow. Don't worry, I don't either. Coo! Coo! Oka-san must return to Earth and seek the true pudding. The wall cracked. You must be breaking the shell like the migrant said. Oh, I get it. When someone starts thinking I want to go home, the egg cracks a little. Doesn't look like it will crack anymore though, and we probably couldn't break it by hand. We'll need to keep going forward. Coo! Oka-san is going home. Woo. Oka-san way! Oka-san gallops off into the darkness, snorting and cooing with excitement. Well, he can probably take care of himself just fine. Probably. My eyes are getting used to the darkness again, and I can make out another door opposite from where we came in. Who will we find in the next room? The unenclosed picture book. Once there was a thingy, I can't pronounce it, chrysalis, anything you want. It was all alone. It didn't know how to grow up, so it stayed forever. One day a butterfly came along. The butterfly said, "Let's be friends." Friends! I could show you how to become a beautiful butterfly like me. The lonely thing was happy, because it wasn't alone anymore. But its friend, the butterfly, disappeared soon after. The lonely thing was alone again. It didn't know where to go anymore. It didn't know what it wanted to do anymore. The lonely thing shrank and hardened. Nothing will ever come out of it now. Poor lonely thing. Poor thing. Merry Christmas! It's the Christmas junkies. And there I was expecting some emotionally charged, heart-wrenching scene. You shouldn't judge by appearances. Maybe these creatures have some sort of deep, eternal conflict as well. Well, we did find out that they have a tragic backstory. Miru Kaku, we need to get out of here. If we stay here too long, we won't be able to go home anymore. Merry Christmas? What? This place is called the Holiday Star, but it's not Christmas, is it? If we don't get out of here, we'll never be able to celebrate Christmas again. Merry Christmas! Shock 10 times 10 to the 6th. I suppose that's an expression of surprise. They do appear to be moved. Merry Christmas! That would be bad, really bad. Merry Christmas! Miru and Kaku want to start preparing for next Christmas. Zoom! Well, that was a fast one. The two of them run off into the darkness. That was a lot easier than Oka-san. But there aren't any cracks in the shell. There must still be someone here. I guess so. We just went through the plain corridor a little while ago anyway. I already know who we'll find through that door. The doctor, right? Anonymous enemy approaching. Keep your dignity, Nageki. I'm already dead, so I think I'll be safe no matter what, but do be careful, Miss Pigeon. Coming through. There's no reply, it's just a kitchen. Miss Pigeon, watch out! What? What? What happened? Nageki slams into me from behind. I go rolling across the floor. Nageki, and I thought you were such a gentleman. I'm as surprised as you are. Complained to whoever attached that thing to the ceiling. Ding! A gigantic bear trap is lying on the floor where I stood a moment ago. Did that fall from the ceiling? Oh, do forgive me. It appears to have fallen a little more slowly than I calculated for. Do not fear. I will use more exact measurements next time. What do you mean, do not fear? You people-acidal partridge perpetrator? And you're supposed to lay bear traps on the ground anyway. Hanging it from the ceiling, really? I swear kids these days can't do anything right. I was planning to modify it such that it would seize the victim's head and then lift them back up to the ceiling. It would help with disanguinization, you see. I see you weren't planning to close after all. My neck hurts just thinking about it. Fluffy heretic chef. I mean Dr. Hewami. Your dark fantasy affections end now. You've noticed too, right? This place isn't normal. We've been shut in. If we stay here for too long, we'll enter a persistent vegetative state. What? You mean he already knows? I read a report on a similar phenomenon where a number of people shared a dream. A few years ago now. I suspect we are under the effects of something not unlike mass hypnosis caused by the eclipse. If that is not the case, you should not be here. Question mark? Well, at least we don't have to explain it to you. Let's escape together, Doctor. No, thank you. Rejected at the speed of light. Are you more comfortable here, then? Who knows? I haven't even been here for half a day. I haven't quite decided yet. But didn't you say yourself that you're one of those sad people who only love research, Doctor? Your brains will rot and drip out your ears if you stay in this eternal holiday kingdom with its happy-go-lucky king. It is as you say. If I have my fill of research, I cannot complain. The term vegetative is not entirely accurate. The brain relinquishes control over the body and sinks into a state of pure, unadulterated thought. Is this not so? You did say that our brains were disconnected from our bodies, so guess so. To cast away all functions but conscious thought. What a pure state of being. It fascinates me. But, do you really want to stay in this dream forever, Doctor? Since when were you the dreamy type? Dreams are not such rigid things as you seem to think. The activity of the brain is no different while dreaming than while awaking. But there isn't anything here to use for your favourite diabolical experiments. No, we cannot be so sure about that. The king of this star seems so absorbed the knowledge and experience of all who have washed ashore here and blended them into a being capable of conscious action after all. You've lost me. To put it another way, the birds on this star hold within themselves the capability to replay any number of past events. This star is practically overflowing with material for study. I have no worries there. This isn't the sort of thing that happens every day, after all. Since I have the chance to experience it, I want to stay and take advantage of it. Are you really sure about that, sir? No matter what you study, no matter what you discover, you'll never be able to announce it to the world. I seek knowledge, and knowledge alone. I am not doing this for someone else's sake, or for some earthly goal. Given the chance to engage in unadulterated thought without outside disturbance, I am happy to accept it. Bright white lights, go on ahead. We have nothing more to talk about. The shell cracked, hype, and on the shell cracking again, we'll end the episode there. Thank you very much. Toodle pip.